Sorry, the microphone was not on. I'm sure it's on now. Sorry. Sometimes I forget to turn the microphone on, but hope it's working now. Yeah, so once again, thank you for joining and welcome to my another live stream today. So it's a Saturday, 25th of July 2020. So yeah, in Japan, Tokyo, it's been raining almost all day. I was outside and preparing for the live for this one, public one, and also the membership one. And also I was preparing for the global training school afterwards today. So yeah, so every Saturday I talk about some psychology or money management related topics because the market is closed anyways. So I will talk about some psychology by referring to one of the most famous Japanese market proverbs today. So, before starting here, this knowledge is based on my own experience. So, when you take trades, please do with your own risk. And I have two services, Ichimoku Community, which is monthly subscription, and there is another global training school, KTS, that will be coming in this October. So if you're interested in these services, please let me know. Please write me an email, or you can click on the links below, so that you can see more details about these services. All right, so let's talk about some of the Japanese market proverb. You know, as a Japanese trader here from Tokyo, I thought it's nice to share some of the proverbs from Goichi Hosoda or other proverbs in Japan, so that it might be not only interesting to you, but also you can still learn from something new from these proverbs. So let's see who's here first. Thank you for joining, everyone, although this is Saturday. Thank you for joining. Yeah, good to see Alexandru. Good to see you. And Dinesh and S. Johan, thank you for joining. Melanie, good to see you. And WM and Altara, thank you for joining as well. And Sam, thank you for joining as well. Alright, sorry, the microphone was off. Yeah, sometimes I do this. So yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'm sure it's on now. Yeah, Vincent Thanapol and Mr. Fernandez, thank you for joining as always. And Asi Muchuno, good to see you. Arahareth, thank you for joining as well. And Karim, Kayon, Chanronrin, sorry. Chanronrin, thank you for joining. And AJ Arkady, good to see you. Alright, Brandon. And Buentaro, thank you for joining as well. And Shaun, good to see you. And Roland, Anna, good to see you. Alright, and Johnny, thank you for joining as well. Alright. So here is one of the proverbs that I wanted to introduce today. So it says not yet means already. And actually the verse is opposite. I mean, also that's true. Like already means not yet. So this is one of the most famous proverbs in Japanese market. So I just wanted to briefly talk about these proverbs, what it really means, and how you can actually apply these proverbs in your day-to-day analysis. And actually, this is one of my philosophies too when I take trades. So it goes along with the Ichimoku concept also, and that's why I decided to introduce these words to you today. So yeah, nothing serious, right? Just for fun. Just keep watching, listening my words, and you will learn something in the end of the live today, hopefully. All right, good to see you. All right, Anthony, thank you for joining. Juan, good to see you. All right. All right. So yeah, not yet means already. So first of all, let me ask you a question. So we say not yet means already, and already means not yet. And what do you think they mean? Can you imagine like what it means in your own understanding? Before I say the answer, I think it might be interesting to hear some of the comments of in terms of what you think about these words in terms of the market analysis or market trading itself. Not yet and already. So these are two kind of contradictions, but they go along actually. And this is related to the mindset, right? This is a very important mindset that you have to remember every time you take trades. I think I said this before, but if you remember, then this can be a recap. If you're new to these words, this might be something new to you so that you can apply in your day-to-day analysis and trades from next week. So let's see. All right. Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Oh, thank you for reminding the clicking the like button. Yes, that's great. If you click the like button, that would be great before you leave, so that it keeps me going. All right. Have you ever used leverage? Yes, I do. I do. That means trade like a casino. No, not exactly like that. Helping to Mr. K, very good job. Mr. K, thank you for you. Sure, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's my pleasure to do this every day. I mean, without your help, I cannot do these lives every day. So, yeah, it's been my pleasure. Hi, Jeroen. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. All right. In two minds, hesitation. All right. Hesitation. Okay. Ready to action. Okay. Ready to action. Hi, Duke. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Okay. Soon. Oh, and I start to see some Ichimoku members are the badges are turning red. So great to see that they are moving towards the gold badge. Yeah. So the badge color changes over time as you keep joining the Ichimoku membership. So for those who are having the red badges, they are joining the Ichimoku community for the past 5 months already. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, let's see. So yeah, it doesn't really mean soon. So yeah, I was thinking about the direct translation. What would the direct translation would be prepare in English, but yeah, don't worry. I will explain these words in details in English here by words. All right, MZN. Hi from Sendai. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. All right. I hope Sendai is not raining as Tokyo. All right, both words are opposite to each other. Sure. Yeah. Trade like casino. What mean trade like a casino? So what is your question really? You're asking me what it means to trade like a casino? It's like a gambling, right? It's like a gambling. And don't gamble when you take trades. Be patient, but be ready. Yeah, that's very close. That's very close, Vincent. Yeah, you get the close answer. All right. Hope I can see you in Tokyo to play chess. Sure. Yeah, let's play chess sometimes. That will be nice. Hi Godly, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Hogger, thank you for joining as well. All right. All right. Welcome in Sendai. My name is Mizan. All right. Yep. I used to visit Sendai a couple of times before, and yeah. I wish I could visit Sendai sometime again. It was beautiful. Yeah, the food's good, and the beautiful nature. Sushi was very good in Sendai. Yeah, that was very good. Yep. All right, Dinesh. Could it mean shall I or shall I not? Yeah, that's a close answer too. Yeah, that is close. Yep. How many lot sizing are you using in a maximum? It depends on how much I have in my account. I only take 2% per trade, and I control the lot sizing according to how much I have per trade. 5 months already. Yeah, Jaren, 5 months already. We learn a lot. Sure. Thank you for supporting for a long time. Hi Mohammed, thank you for joining. Good to see you. In my opinion, it's not quite present in the world. It's already there, at least on the mind. It's foreseeing, forecasting. Yeah, that is close too. That is close. Foreseeing, forecasting is also close. All right. Aruki and Taizo, thank you for joining. And Dapan, thank you for joining as well. So yeah, let me move on. Right. So first of all, let me show where these words come from. Right, where these words come from. And these words actually appeared on two of the very old books of Japanese market analysis. And I think you know one of them. It's not Ichimoku, unfortunately. Goichi Hosoda did not really talk about this, but on the other two books of the old Japanese original books, these words were actually appearing. So the two books are actually these. One is Sokyu o Hiroku by Sokyu Honma. So Sokyu Honma is actually the trader who used to be in Yamagata Prefecture, and he was a great rice trader. And he was considered to be one of the creators of the candlesticks. So that is Sokyu Honma, or you can call Muneshima Honma, either way. So he wrote a book called Sokyu o Hiroku, which is this one. Well, actually, this is the modern version. So the original book will be looking more like old, but originally it was written in 1796. And he was considered to be the one who created the candlestick patterns. Of course, there are lots of different stories about that. We're not really sure if he was the original one who created the candlestick or not. That still remains unknown. But one thing for sure is that he was a great rice trader. And he used to be in the area called Yamagata Prefecture, where it's called Sakata City. And that's why the candlestick patterns are usually called Sakata Goho. And I have the Sakata Goho book like this. I think this is available in Japanese only, but we've got lots and lots of these books that talks about the candlestick patterns. So this is one of them. This is called like Sakata. Sakata is the name of the city in Yamagata Prefecture. So yeah, he was one of the great rice trader at that time on the east side of Japan. Okay, and in his book, he talked about this. Not yet means already. Already means not yet. Let me put the so already means not yet. Okay, and the other book that was introduced was at the on this one, Hachiboku Tora no Maki, and this is even older. This is in 1756, written by Moko Ken. And he was actually another rice trader in Osaka. There was a city called Dojima in Osaka, where there was the center of the market back in those 17th century. And he was actually one of the very famous rice trader at that time. And he wrote a book in 1756. And he actually talked about not yet means already means not yet concept back in those days. So actually, these words were actually introduced by two great traders in Japan in the 17th century. So here is a little bit of a history lesson of Japanese traders now. But yeah, because I think this is interestingly important to introduce, because I've actually searched on Google Hachiboku Tora no Maki in English like this, but I found no information. So I don't think this is not really introduced ever in English. But yeah, he talks about also candlestick patterns, and also he talks about the concept of what we should do to take trades. And these are actually available. I mean, Sokyu or Hiroku is available in public, but this Hachiboku Tora no Maki is not published in public yet. I mean, not really available in public. And we can only read this one in Japanese in the National Diet Library in Tokyo. It's in digital, and you can read through. Although this is written in the very old style Japanese, you can still read through when you go to the National Library in Tokyo. All right. Hi, Muhammad. Thank you for joining. Good morning. All right. And let's see. Darpan Shaun. Okay. Does the Japanese proverbs contain the philosophy to the time cycles and price theory of Ichimoku? Yeah, they go along. Yeah, these words are not really introduced by Goichi Hosoda, but yeah, they go along with the time cycle and price theory also. I have decided but not started. Okay, so that's close. Yeah, that's a good guess. Sam, he's known as Muneshima Honma. Yeah, you can call him Sokyu Honma, Muneshima Honma, either okay. Yeah, hi Fortis, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Brandon, what is candlestick called in Japanese? That's rosoku ashi. Candlesticks are called rosoku ashi in Japanese. All right, Roland. How do you say that proverbs in Japanese? In Japanese, we say it mada wa mou nari. Mou wa mada nari in Japanese. Let me write it out. Maybe you can search it on Google. Hold on, let me type that. Hold on, let me copy that and type the Japanese words in mada wa yeah, mou nari, and mou wa mada nari. Yeah. So mada means not yet. Wa means is. So not yet is already. Mou nari means like mou is already. So not yet is already. Already is not yet. That is the direct translation from Japanese to English. Yeah, and these books are not in English. I think this book may be. I haven't searched this one in English, but yeah, maybe you can. You maybe Google it, and you might be find the one in English. But for sure, this one is not in English. This Hachiboku is not in English for sure. All right. All right, thank you for joining from Australia. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So I will go to Tokyo next month. Is it possible to meet you, sir, I'm a big fan. Sure, please let me know when you visit Tokyo. You can write me an email so that we can have a cup of tea. That would be great. Hi, Suman from India. Thank you so much for joining. And Roland, good to see you. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. And Kayon, Mr. K, are you visiting in Sri Lanka before? No, I never had a chance to visit Sri Lanka before. Yeah, I wish I could in the future when the corona situation is over. I mean, settle down. Yeah, I want to visit different places. Having issue with the sound? Oh, I think it should be working okay, right? The microphone should be working okay now. Hi, Munarura. Thank you for joining. Alright, so let me move on, right? Let me move on. So, these words are actually introduced in these two old books in Japanese. Okay? Mada mada da ne? Sure. Yeah, you know some Japanese? Yeah, not yet. Right, not yet. No problem with the sound. Okay, okay. Great, great. Alright, so let me move on. So let me introduce some of the words from Moko Ken. Moko Ken is actually the name of the person who wrote this Hachiboku book. And here is what he says. In his book, he stated like this. And this is the direct translation from Japanese to English. So I hope it makes sense. But he says, when the market goes down to the bottom, imagine it might go further down. So that means it's not yet the bottom. And when market is still in the middle of the downtrend, imagine it might go up from there. So that means it's already the bottom. So this is one of the examples of what it means by not yet means already means not yet. So sometimes you might see that the market might be supported by the support line or might be resisted by the resistance line, especially when the resistance and the support lines seems to be working for the past couple of days or weeks. Then you might think that the price might stop there, and you might think that there might be some reverse market retracement might happen from there when you see that kind of price movement. But it might happen. I mean, the breakout can happen, but also so the support resistance might happen on these lines, but he says the breakout can happen at the same time. So you might think that the price already went to the support line, so it might be supported. So the price goes downwards this way, and there is a support line somehow, and the price came all the way down and touching the support line. So you might think that the price will reverse to the upside. And in this case, you might think that this is already the bottom. But you can also think that this is not yet the bottom, and it might keep going downwards this way also. So this is what it means here. Does that make sense? Sure, yeah. Please write me an email when you come to Tokyo. Sure, sure. Come and do a seminar in Zambia. Sure. I would love to visit these places. Sure. Behind this, there is also a nice grammatical pattern. Yeah, nice grammatical pattern also. Alright. So, and this is another case. This is opposite one. So this is the case 1, right? This is the case 1. And case 2, when market is still in the middle of the downtrend. So case 2 will be, let me just write this here. Sorry about my poor handwriting. But when the price goes downward this way, and at some point there is a support line here, so you might think that the price is not yet at the support line. So you might think that the price can go all the way down to the support line. So you might think that the price is not yet at the support line, but sometimes the price reverses from there and goes upwards even before touching the support line. So this is the case number 2. When the market is still in the middle of the downtrend, imagine it might go up from there. So you can think that this might be already the bottom of this downtrend. So these are 2 examples of how he introduced these words. Not yet means already means not yet. Okay, is it clear so far? Yep. Maybe signal from my place? Sure. Maybe. It looks like the microphone is working okay with everybody else, so yeah. Ronaldo, wow, alright. Yep. So is it all about patience? Yeah, it's part of the patience. I mean patience, and also all about expectation. The trap, yeah, it can be the trap also. So you can think about the trap, right? When it becomes the trap will be when you don't create the scenarios. Like if you believe that this can be a support and it goes upwards from here, then if the price goes downwards from there, then this might be the trap. You might think that this was a trap in the end, and that was because you didn't create a scenario that there might be a breakthrough of the support line downwards. But if you create also the scenario for the breakout to the downwards also, when the price reaches to this support line, it doesn't become a trap, because you are also expected that the price can go through the support line also. So this whole idea to think about the market like this way is to avoid the trap and also to cultivate the patience in the market. Yes, it is. Sure, Mr. Fernandez. Sure. Munarura, you're welcome. That made it simple for me. Sure. So it simply means anything is possible. Yep, exactly. That's true. It simply means anything is possible. So he warns, by these words, he warns that the tendency of the bias as a trader, we tend to be biased on these lines or price actions or even indicators. We might become biased. We might have some bias based on this information. Okay, so this is one of the examples of how these words were introduced on one of these books. And let me show you another example from Sokyu Honma's book. Alright, hi Alan, thank you for joining from Philippines. Good to see you. Alright, Brandon, you have to go? Alright, yeah, you can check the archive. Thank you for joining, and stay gold. Alright, and Sophia, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Rama Chandaran, good to see you also. Alright, so here is another example of how Sokyu Honma introduced these words in his book, Sokyu o Hiroku, written in 1796. So he says, there is a concept of not yet can be already. When you think it's already enough of weight, then you might lose. When you think it's not yet a trend, then the market just takes off. So here's another psychological statement of what Sokyu Honma said in his book. So once again, when you think it's already enough to wait, like the price comes down and reverse, and you might think the price started to go up, and the whole time, maybe it took like the full day, like 24 hours, and you might think that you've waited enough. You have waited enough to catch this reversal. Then you might think that this is ready to take a buy here for some reason. Then the price goes downwards. Yeah. So this is the first case. When you think it's already enough to wait, then you might lose. The price goes backwards and you lose. So it's ironical, kind of. And the second case, when you think it's not yet a trend, so when you think the price goes down and be supported and goes backwards. But when you think that this is not yet the trend, and you stay away from the PC or mobile and come back to the chart about like a couple of hours later, then the price just takes off all the way this way. And you might feel that you missed a chance to take a buy. So that's the second statement. When you think it's not yet a trend, then the market just takes off. So yeah, so this is what he says. That's what Sokyu Honma said on this book. So the lesson is that you need to think about these two things every time you take trades, right? Every time you take trades, think that the price might go against you, no matter how many confirmations you find, or no matter how confident you are on the trend direction, or how do you say, like the market analysis. It can go backwards. It can go backwards for any reasons. So that means you have to wait enough. But once you wait enough and once you take trade, you might be biased towards your direction. But always remember that it can go backwards anytime for any reasons. And that's the lesson from this statement. And also, when you feel that you missed a chance, then just think that the chance will come in the future again. So just wait for that chance again, right? So that you can avoid the fear of missing out the chance. So that's how we say not yet means already means not yet in Japanese. You kind of get the picture now. Are we on the same page? So Goichi Hosoda also said that he says that trade as if you have no positions. Even if you have any positions in the market, take trades as if you have no positions, so that you can be objective to the market and logical. So yeah, then this is all about psychology of and also the mindset of not being biased towards the market at any time. Seems that the first case is for breakout trend traders, and second case is for reversal traders. Yeah. For some breakout. Second one, the reversal trades. Hi, Madhus Dahan, thank you for joining. And Nitin, good to see you. All right. Yeah, Jaren, that was in the beginning of my trade career, the story of my life. Sure. Now I know better. What kijun is flat, don't trade. Sure. Yeah. Okay, Roland, yes. All right. So, yeah, so these are the two, these were the words that were introduced on these two books. So here is a wrap up, right? So when you think it's already, when you think it's already the support line, the market is already at the resistance line. Like when you think about the market from the viewpoint of already, then ask yourself, think, what if it still goes down, or what if it still goes upwards, breaking these lines? And when you think it's not yet, when you think that the price is not yet at the support line, or not yet at the resistance line, or not yet at the Kumo, Senko Span B, or Kijun Sen, whatever lines it might be, when you think it's not yet reaching to these areas, then think, what if it's already there? What if the price is already there and it might goes backwards from there? So these are the two important mindsets. So ask not yet and already questions to yourself whenever you take trades, because there's no 100% right wrong answers to the market, is the lesson that I wanted to deliver today. How do you say the proverbs in Japanese? Oh yeah, so I wrote it here. Mada wa mo nari, mo wa mada nari in Japanese. Yeah, this is in Japanese. Yeah, so for example, I will give you some market analysis tomorrow as the weekly forecast. But just for the heads up, I've seen that Euro USD has some nice setup in terms of the resistance and support in the triangle. So let me just show you one of the examples right now. Hold on. So here is hold on. Let me just get this trading view up here. So yeah, here is Euro USD, and hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, looks like it's kind of squeezed towards the left side. Not sure what's happening right now. Oh, there you go. Okay, so here is a Euro USD, as you can see. And let me move it to the right a little bit more so that you can see the whole picture now. And let me try to fit the chart. All right, so I see that there is a beautiful triangle range on this monthly chart. So this is the monthly chart of Euro USD. And I see that the price is reaching towards the upper level of this descending trend line. So this is a case in monthly chart. And also, the price is reaching towards the Kumo here on this monthly chart. If I zoom in a little bit, the price is kind of reaching towards the Senko Span A now. So, by looking at this, you might think that, oh, the price might go backwards from there. You might think like that, because you might think that the price is already at the top of the line. Very close. It's getting very close to the line, so it's already at the line. So you might think that the price can go down from there. But at the same time, you can think like the price can go further upwards to the previous high on this monthly chart. It can go up all the way to this level also. For example. So of course, you can draw these lines, and this line might work sometime next month, and it might go backwards, but at the same time, if it breaks upwards, it can reach towards the even further recent high on this monthly chart in this area. So whatever time frames you look at, you might see the lines might work, or you might be able to capture the reverse or the market reversal, or the market retracement. You might think that you can catch that, but yeah, at the same time, you need to think yourself that what if the price breaks upwards? Then it can go all the way upwards. So this is a case. This is one of the cases, and let's say the price goes, hold on, so let's say the price supported here and it goes upwards, start to go upwards from here. And you might think that the price, if the price is in this price level, then you might think that the price can go up to this level. You might think like that. But at the same time, when you look at the smaller time frames on this part, you might see that there is a double top or a head and shoulders or any kind of confirmations that you see that there is a reversal from here. So even before the price touches on this upper line, the price can go backwards from there too. So yeah, of course, you know, market, anything can happen in the market. So I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be mean here, but you know, I just wanted to say that anything can happen in the market. So please avoid the bias, no matter how confident you become by your technical analysis. Please avoid the overconfidence whenever you take trades, and always think about the opposite. I mean, the different scenarios. And that is the lesson that I wanted to share with you today. And actually, that's how I think about the market. Every time I take trades, I follow the trend. I follow the trend based on Kijun Sen and Kumo direction in bigger time frame to mid time frames. But I also expect that what if the price goes backwards anytime? So yeah, I think this is a very important mindset to think about. All right, you're welcome. All right, when the trend is down, but not a resistance yet, and might go upwards from there, doesn't that mean that you must now need other indication to determine the next move? So hold on, let me read it again. When the trend is down, but not at the resistance yet, okay, and the price might go upwards from there, does that mean that you must now need other indications to determine the next move? Yeah, so it can reach to the previous resistance area if it goes upwards. In that case, yeah. But if the trend is down in bigger time frames, most likely the price will go down sooner or later, and that will be an expectation, right? That's the expectation. Yeah, and of course you need some other indications or confirmations in smaller time frames, lower time frames. Yeah, that's true. All right, which market is easy to take trade among trading, ranging or reversals? I recommend you to follow the trend. So range is difficult to take trades, and it's difficult to catch the reversals also. So for example, when you see this kind of move in the market, and you see that this is a triangle range and the price is reaching towards the upper level of this descending trend line, so you might become positive that the trend might reverse next month. but also at the same time it can go upwards too. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky. It's a trick question and answer session today. So I don't want to confuse everybody in that sense, but yeah, so the bias is a very tricky part whenever you take trades. And because of the bias, you get happy and regret whenever you see the outcome of the trades. For example, when you win, simply you become happy. When you lose, you feel sad, upset. And that's because you have bias towards the direction you have. But if you don't have any bias towards the market, then you just receive the outcome and that's it. You don't have the emotional struggles whenever it goes backwards or whenever you win even. You don't have any emotional fluctuations. Yeah. All right, Sundar. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Happy Saturday. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, you can watch the recording later. Everything's uploaded on archive, so you can always replay. The moral of proverb is expect the unexpected. Sure. Yeah, that's true. You got it. Yeah, expect the unexpected. Right. Yeah. All right. So, yep. I guess I will be ending the live in about a couple minutes now to switch it to the membership live. But let me see. Let me read out some of a couple more comments now. Can you tell about tick by tick in future Kumo? Can you tell about tick by tick in future Kumo? For that, yeah, when I run the Forex Tester on Mondays, you can join the session and you see every tick movement of the Kumo also in the future. I mean, yeah, so Kumo is already formed in the future. So when you look at the chart like this, it's already formed here. So yeah, the best way to talk about the tick by tick Kumo movement, yeah, I think it's better to run the Forex Tester 4 or any replay mode on this trading view, and I will talk about it. On a double-edged sword at the moment. All right. Yeah, looks like this is moving down. I mean, the recent market is moving down on this Euro USD. Yep, all markets are ranging around 80% and 20% trending. Yep. That's usually what it said, right? 80% ranging, 20% trending. But if you switch time frame, then you might see another trend on different time frame. So always make sure to look for that trend market and ride on that trend. Nasdaq and S&P 500, very important data in gold. Sure. It's got some volatility. I will talk about them tomorrow also. All right, Martin. Hi, Kate. When the trend break, do you enter trade immediately or do you wait for other confirmation? Yeah, I look at the lower time frames, which are 15 or 5, and take trades. So yeah, I wait for other confirmations in lower time frames. Any idea about gold? It's moving up, so it's a good uptrend, I believe. Monthly chart, weekly chart are uptrending on gold. So I expect, yeah, next week will be another uptrend. but I found some interesting time cycles, and also the resistance line on gold. So I will talk about it tomorrow in this weekly Forex forecast. So yeah, every Sundays I talk about weekly Forex forecast. I look at these pairs and commodities and major pairs and commodities, gold and oil, and these indexes. So I will talk about them tomorrow by using Ichimoku and other tools here, lines and price actions. So yeah, when you can join tomorrow also, that'd be great to prepare for your trades next week. Alright, so I guess I will be ending this public live and switch it to the Ichimoku membership live. So for those who are Ichimoku members, I will see you soon after this public live, and for those who are joining in public, I will see you tomorrow on this weekly Forex forecast tomorrow. So I hope you have a great Saturday and Sunday, and stay healthy, get charged yourself, and be ready for the trades next week. Alright, so everyone, thank you for joining, and stay gold. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.